So approximately 3 years ago I became a Christian, and nearly a year ago I became a Mormon, an official member of the Latter-day Saints Church. What drove me away from atheism, I think ultimately, was the severe amount of snarkiness present in most atheist YouTube channels.
What, are you fucking kidding me? Some folks on the internet were being snarky, and so you decided to start believing in God. Seriously? Golly, some people online are being grouches. I guess I'll change my entire worldview. Who does that? Well, let's do this. Greetings, fellow space travelers. BionicDance here. So, our new pal, Jeff Edivane, has some of the absolutely most bizarre reasons for becoming religious I've ever heard. Most of the people who are religious had the misfortune to have been born into a religious family, so their reasons are obvious. It's the people who weren't religious and then suddenly became believers whose stories are noteworthy and occasionally just plain weird.
Atheism largely seemed to be a religion based on the idea that the universe is just a pointless ball of chaos.
One thing that theists really have to stop doing is mistaking passion for religion. Religion involves the supernatural, and while an atheist might actually believe in some nutty paranormal topic, though I suspect very few do, gods will not be included. That's what it means to be an atheist, not believing in any gods. Another thing religionoids need to stop doing is thinking that the only possible alternative to a universe directed by a mind is a universe of chaos. The fact is that the universe is a very ordered place. Things tend to behave according to some pretty set, if complicated, regularities, with stimulus and response, action and reaction, all following the same set of patterns, always reacting the same way under the same conditions. That's the very opposite of chaos, and there is no evidence of a mind behind it at all, and one is certainly not required for the functionality we see.
But what they really back up is that the universe is pointless. That's really important to the atheist narrative, is that we are in a pointless universe, and that we are completely temporary things.
Neither of those are important to the atheist worldview. It's what we have evidence for. Once again, this is religion trying to cram atheism into its own worldview, its own paradigm. Religion makes claims about purpose, though they never seem to say what it is, only that their God has one for us, and those claims are backed up by nothing other than their dogma, which is, itself, the claim, the source of their own assertions. And it's because of this lack of evidence for purpose, or for life after death, that we have made it part of the atheist narrative. It's not that atheists are insisting on this being the case. If anything, atheists are insisting that it's what we can see, and therefore all we can legitimately claim. Present some hard data to show otherwise, and you'll see most atheists change their minds. Reluctantly, but their minds will change. Contrast this with theists, who will dogmatically cling to their worldview, evidence be damned. Atheism is nothing like religion, and you cannot try to shoehorn the atheist worldview into the same mold as your own.
You know, I do not believe that what we perceive ourselves to be exists forever, because what we perceive ourselves to be is an incredibly flawed view of what we are.
Says you. Why should anybody else believe it? In fact, why should anybody believe it? Give us facts we can check, not faith.
Rather, I believe we are a part of something much greater than ourselves, and that we are, in a sense, much smaller and much greater than we perceive ourselves to be.
Which sounds pretty cool. Probably feels great to believe that. But does it have any basis in fact? Can you show me that this is the case?
But an atheist essentially will tell you that, he doesn't have any beliefs, he just has the facts. Well, the facts are limited. We don't have all the facts.
We don't need all the facts. If you had them, you could show us your God is real. When an atheist tells you that we don't have beliefs, that we just have the facts, it's not actually about us. What we're telling you is that when you say God is real, you're talking out of your ass.
An atheist will then claim that he is an agnostic, and give you some bullshit as to why he's an atheist.
When someone says, give you some bullshit about why, what I hear is, make an argument I cannot refute, and so will dismiss as if it's meaningless. Step up, kiddo. Make an effort.
It's just much easier to believe that there is a God and that there is a point to organized religion.
Easier. It's easier. Really. I guess the truth doesn't matter as long as you don't have to mentally or emotionally exert yourself, huh? I wouldn't call that easier. I'd call that taking the easy way out. Religion is a crutch, not an answer.
Organized religion has made my life better. And, you know, if it didn't work, people wouldn't keep doing it.
There are a lot of things people keep doing even though they don't work, from horoscopes to home remedies, diets to dogma. Humans are idiots. Don't expect logic or rationality as the default.
It works. I don't really need to know how. Does it really matter if the Book of Mormon is a historical record? That's irrelevant to me.
Well, it matters a little. I mean, there are plenty of books, sci-fi or fantasy, and even movies that could make my life at least feel better if I decide to believe in them. I mean, how cool would it be if the Force was real, right? But it's, not. It's fiction. Do you really prefer a comforting lie over harsh reality? And what if reality doesn't have to be harsh? It can be pleasant, No God required.
The Book of Mormon has made my life 100% better and has given me a true connection to God. It can do the same for you.
Well, it's not gonna until I'm given a reason to not think it's just wishful thinking. That's it. One more thing before I go. Dude, vertical video is bad shot framing. Seriously, stop that. What you do instead, you takes your phone, you turns it like this. Hey look, widescreen. Now that's good filmmaking technique. Get on board, buddy. Seriously. Until next time, fellow space travelers, this is BionicDance saying don't run on automatic. Instead, please think. Hey, this is a nice computer you got over here. Be a shame you didn't subscribe to BionicDance. I'd hate for something bad to happen to it.